Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Whoop batteries. Whoops, great little quads, fly around your house no matter what the weather is outside. You can always go and fly a Whoop and enjoy yourself. Don't hit your family members, they complain. Anyway, you've got a Whoop, you want to charge the batteries up. And over the years we've had a number of different chargers. We've had things like this, not really great but do the job. Going to be a bit more technical. Well, this guy here, well, that can do 0.6 amp or 0.2 amp depending on the size of your battery. And then there's this one here, and that can go between high volt and standard, and all sorts of stuff, and even do 2S. That great, plugging into a USB adapter. Everyone's favorite company, Crazy Pony. Anyway, and then you're getting a bit more technical, where you get one of these guys here and connect all your lipos up. Now you've got an XD60, which you can then plug into your charger and you're away. But yeah, they're okay, but what we want is a decent charger specifically for Whoop batteries that'll do a really good job. And you know what? We have it here from Vifly, their WhoopStor. So we're going to have a look at this guy today in the video. So I bought this Wi-Fi WhoopStor from Drone Authority in the UK. Great little shop. Good advertising for them. They even sent, look at that, some sweeties. Isn't that nice of them? Anyway, so here's what they sent. Came in a nice box. Let's have an open and look. And we've got some instructions, but it's so basic I think most people should be able to work it out for themselves, but that's useful. Got a nice little card here from Vifly saying thank you for buying their products and talk to them before you post negative reviews or any problems. That's good there. And then in the box we get the WhoopStor itself. Oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to do it. Peel that off. So there we are. Screen protector. And we also get a little USB type C. You can see that there. Came in the box with a little rubber band holding it in place. So let's focus in and have a look a bit closer on this guy here. Zoomed in now, we can get a nice clear view of the WhoopStor. It's got a nice big screen. And on top you'll notice the 6 points there for sticking in a BT2 connector, which is Vifly's proprietary battery connectory thing that a lot of people seem to like. But not many lipos come with that aren't their own brand. So you've also got the PH2, the classic connector there, and you've got on both sides. On the front here you've got a nice big button. You've got a switch. You can see that. The camera will focus on it. There we are. You see that switches between 4.35 volts per cell, or if you switch it down it will charge them to 4.2. Though to be honest, most Whoop batteries now are high volts. There's not many, if any, really, that come with a lower voltage requirement, so you're going to leave that alone. And then you've got another switch on the side here, which is for switching between charging battery at full or putting your battery in storage voltage. You switch between the two, but it will show you on the screen. We'll show that in a bit. And then you've got a little pass-through hole there, which hopefully you can focus on, and that is for resetting it, which presses that button underneath there. On this end here, as we can see, we've got an XD60, we've got a barrel connector, and we've got a USB type C connector for doing firmware updates and for running the charge as well, which we'll get to in a second. And on the back you've got some venting and everything else. It's quite a simple, basic, straightforward circuit board with some standoffs and bits around it, so nothing too complicated in manufacture, not too badly priced as well. So how can we power this then? Well, we've got three options, so let's have a look at those. First connector that we could use is a barrel connector. This just goes into my soldering iron, so I can just use that, and that plugs in very nicely. Oh, by the way, this flickering is caused by the camera. You can't actually see that in real life. Well, if I angle it that, you can't see it at all. It's helpful. Anyway, so that's connected up there, 15.2 volts. As you can see, you get a readout of the voltage of the input, whatever that happens to be, which is useful. So it's the barrel connector, that works very well. We also have a battery here, 3S LiPo. We'll just connect that in. Charges up as well. It's 11.4 volts and non-charged 3S LiPo. So there's that. Then if you're feeling particularly like you don't want to carry any of that with you, well, most of us, certainly Android users, have a phone charger that uses a USB type C connector into a higher rated wall charger. This one is PowerBook Plus, so it would do up to 12 volts with the focus at 1.5 5 amps. So very useful indeed. So plug that in like so, and then we can just plug that into there, and here we are, taking its time, and they are coming in at 12 volts. So there you go, very useful indeed, especially if you're trying to travel light. And finally, which is what I'll use for this is the cable that I have connecting from the power supply that I keep down there, that connects into my normal charger that I use. So we're going to plug that in like so, out of the way, and you can see there it's coming in at 14.1 volts. Really useful. So let's zoom in and have a look at some of the functions. We're zoomed in now again. We've got the screen here. So firstly, it's showing our input voltage, 14.1 volts, coming from our power source, which is very good. And then that's the output. So this will at the moment set 0.2 amps to each one of these. So it's not 0.2 amps overall, it's 0.2 amps to each particular port on the board. Then you have the voltage you're trying to get to. So at the moment we want to charge to 4.35. If I was to move this switch, it suddenly moves to 4.2, back to 4.35. Its setting is charging. If we switch between that, it will go to storage, and it will tell us then what its voltage it wants to get to is. And if we switch back, we're now on the charge, and then that's ready. It means it's ready to go. We haven't started anything yet. We've got our button, and we'll press that one, get it all started. But if we press the button lightly, it then cycles through the ampage that we want to charge each battery at. So normally we'd try and charge things around about 1C, there or thereabouts, but I'll probably leave it on 0.4 because most of mine are around about 300 to 350, 380 milliamps, so that'll be fine for them charging at 1C. But if you're in a rush, you can double that up and they will charge twice as fast, but it's not good for the battery. So let's plug some batteries in, and I've got a fine selection here that we can look at. We'll just shuffle that to one side. These are kind of the selection of batteries you might want to use with it. So we've got some GMBs here, so a 450 and a 550. We've got a little Crazy Pony 260, that's a tiny one. And then we got a GMB. These are nice ones. These are, I'd get these ones. 380 milliamp, very nice. And if you notice, a higher seat output, 60 or 120, whereas the rest of these are like 30 to 60, or the smaller ones are. And then this guy here is a TeaFPV battery, which is from Unmanned Tech Shop. It's their own brand, though I believe it's a GMB battery underneath. In fact, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. They look very similar. So these are the batteries we want to connect up. So let's connect them all in, shall we? Obviously, I'm using PH2 connectors, so I've got to connect them inside. So I'll do that now. So we'll connect all our batteries in. Let's see where we are. Like that. And then we want that one. Obviously, you don't want to mix up high volts and non-high volts when charging. Actually, that one go in there. So I think that one's got enough room to fit on the end. You do have to juggle it around when you've got slightly larger, wider batteries. But there we are. They're all connected now, and you can see all the different voltages for each battery. In fact, that guy there on the right is only at 3.7 volts, and that one's at 3.73. Not good storage, and that's the problem. Unless you land at exactly the right voltage, getting these little batteries to storage charge can be a pain, which is what this particular device sorts out. So we don't want to charge it. I think I want to put these into storage, so we'll flip to storage, and then we go, and then all we need to do now is press and hold, and then it starts storage charging. As you can see, the lights come on for the ones that need to be charged up, and look, we've got OK, OK, and OK. That means they're all right. It's just these other three now that are going to storage charge at 0.4 amps each, and input charge is coming in at 14.1. So there you go. And as they finish up, they will click to OK, and that's pretty much it. Here we are, the little Vifly WhoopStor, doing a really good job of charging all 6 of these batteries nicely. You can take it anywhere. You can plug it into USB-C, so you don't even need to take a power charged up battery with you, anything like that. Say you're going on holiday, you want to take just your whoops and some batteries and just take this little guy here. You don't even need to take a wall socket or anything specifically. You can just plug it into your mobile phone charger and then run it off that. And I've got a couple of USB-C power chargers for my mobile phones, Sony phones, and they work fine with this, giving out the right voltage. So really useful, really transportable, excellent little device. charging up a number of different sizes and design batteries, as you can see, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, excellent. Vifly done a really good job with this, and it certainly replaces all the ones that we had before. There'll be a link for this in the description below. I believe the only shop in the UK you can get it from is Drone Authority, and I'll put a link to that. It won't be an affiliate link. I bought this with my own money. It won't cost you any money to use that link if they have any in stock. That's another thing. These seem to sell really, really quickly because they're popular for a reason. But they're the it'll be available for you guys if you want to purchase it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to hit that like button, I would appreciate it. If you want to hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it even more. But that's entirely up to you. So thanks for watching, and perhaps I'll catch you in a video in the future. Bye bye.